Good morning, children. This is part 5 of the chapter Admission of a New Partner. In the previous video, we were discussing accounting treatment of goodwill, and in this part also, we will be continuing with the same accounting treatment of goodwill. In the last part, we have continued up till case number 5, and in this, we are starting with case number 6. Case number 6 is about writing off goodwill already appearing in the books. And as you can see, the spelling of off is OFF. That means here we are wiping off, we are wiping out the amount of goodwill, completely removing it. And which goodwill? Goodwill already appearing in the books. That means at the time of admission of a new partner, sometimes in the question, you might be given with certain amount of goodwill which was pre-existing. It was existing beforehand. And what is to be done with that goodwill is, because we have already studied, we have already discussed that when the admission of a new partner takes place, the old agreement comes to an end and a new agreement has to be signed in. So before that, all the assets, liabilities have to be revalued and recalculated, and any amount of goodwill which is pre-existing, that needs to be written off among all the old partners in the old ratio. And remember that the existing goodwill will be written off among all the old partners. Here no discrimination will be made on the basis whether they are sacrificing or they are gaining, or they are neither sacrificing nor gaining, nothing. The old goodwill, the existing goodwill, will be distributed among all the old partners in the old ratio. And the reason behind this is that the goodwill is the result of all the old partners, therefore it needs to be distributed among all of them in their old profit sharing ratio. So if any goodwill is appearing in the balance sheet at the time of admission of a new partner, it should be written off by all old partners in old profit sharing ratio by passing this entry. So for writing off the pre-existing goodwill, the journal entry will be old partners capital or current account debited. Why it is debited? Because whatever the amount of goodwill is there, that is somewhere the part of partners contribution. So when the goodwill is being wiped off or we are writing it off, it will decrease their capital or current balances. To goodwill account. Why goodwill is credited? Because goodwill is an asset, and asset carries a debit balance. So when we are writing it off, we are removing it from our books. The value of asset decreases, and therefore as per the rule, it will carry an opposite balance. So for writing off goodwill, the entry will be old partners capital account if it is a fluctuating method, or old partners current account if it is a fixed method, debited to goodwill account. And remember one thing, this goodwill needs to be written off before recording the goodwill brought in by the new partner. Let us understand this with the help of the example. Question number 1. P, Q and R share profits in the ratio of 5:3:2. S was admitted into partnership. S brings in rupees 30,000 as his capital. S is entitled for 1/5 share in profits, which he acquires equally from P, Q and R. Goodwill of the firm is to be valued at 3 years purchase of last 4 years average profits. The profits of the last 4 years are rupees 32,000, rupees 38,000, rupees 35,000 and rupees 31,000 respectively. S cannot bring goodwill in cash. Goodwill already appears in the books at rupees 50,000. Give journal entries. So here in this question there are 3 old partners P, Q and R. The old PSR is 5:3:2. The new partner is S, who is bringing rupees 30,000 as his capital, but he is unable to bring his share of goodwill. What is the share of the goodwill? That is not given, but one thing is for sure. So the goodwill which the new partner is unable to bring, what we have to do is, in this question, first of all we will have to calculate the firm's goodwill, because no information is given. So we will have to calculate the firm's goodwill on the basis of 4 years average profit, and then we will take out the share of S, that is 1/5 share in the firm's goodwill, and then we will pass a capital transfer entry in the sacrificing ratio, because he is not bringing it. And the goodwill which is already appearing in the books is rupees 50,000. So before the new partner is admitted, we have to write off this goodwill of 50,000 among all the old partners in the old ratio. Let us see the solution. Before looking into the journal entries, let us look at the working note. Valuation of goodwill. So, since you know that the goodwill needs to be calculated on the basis of 3 years purchase of last 4 years average profit. So, the average profit of last 4 years will be, we will total the profit of all the 4 years, 32,000 plus 38,000 plus 35,000 plus 31,000 divided by number of years, that is 4. So, your average profit will come to rupees 34,000. Then the amount of goodwill, average profit, that is 34,000 into multiplied by number of years goodwill purchase, that is 3, which is given in the question. So 34,000 into 3, the goodwill of the firm will be rupees 1,02,000. This is the goodwill of the entire firm. We need to calculate the share of S. So as we know, the profit sharing share of S is 1/5. Therefore, the goodwill share of S will be 1,02,000 into 1/5, that is 20,400. So this is the amount of goodwill which S was supposed to bring, but he is unable to bring, for which we will need to pass a capital transfer entry. So before recording the transactions of the new partner, since we are having the old goodwill or goodwill appearing in the books amounting rupees 50,000, we need to write it off. So the first entry will be for writing goodwill already appearing in the books, as we have discussed the case 6. The entry will be old partners capital account debited to goodwill. So here the old partners are P's capital account debited, Q capital account debited, and R's capital account debited to goodwill account. Goodwill already appearing in the books is rupees 50,000. So we have credited goodwill with 50,000, and this 50,000 will be distributed among P, Q and R in the old ratio, which will be coming to P's capital debited 25,000, Q 15,000 and R 10,000. After writing off the previous goodwill, we will record the capital brought in by the new partner. He is bringing 30,000 rupees as his capital in cash. So the entry will be bank account debited 30,000, because bank balance would increase, to S's capital account rupees 30,000. Narration: amount of capital brought in cash. And the goodwill which he is not able to bring, for that we will need to pass a capital transfer entry, and the capital transfer entry will be new partner's current account debited with his share of goodwill. That means S current account debited 20,400. And just for a reminder sake, we have already discussed in the previous video that irrespective of the capital method which is followed, in case of capital transfer entry, we need to pass it through the current account of the new partner. To sacrificing partners in the sacrificing ratio, and since here you have informed that the new partner S takes his 1/5 share from the old partners equally, that means the sacrificing ratio is 1:1:1. So therefore we have passed the capital transfer entry. S's current account debited 20,400 with his share of goodwill. to P's capital account, to Q's capital account, and to R's capital account. We have divided 20,400 rupees equally, that is in the ratio of 1:1:1. That comes to 6,800, 6,800 and 6,800 of all the three partners. So I hope the case and the question is clear to you. Case number 7. Hidden or inferred goodwill. Hidden goodwill is also known as inferred goodwill. Sometimes what happens in the question, you are not clearly given the value of goodwill, but you have been given few information on the basis of which you are required to calculate the hidden goodwill. So hidden or inferred goodwill is the excess of desired total capital of the firm over the actual combined capital of all partners. That means, what is hidden goodwill? That how much the capital of the firm is required. Excess of desired total capital, as I was telling you, it means that the total capital which the firm requires actually minus what is the actual firm. The difference between the desired capital, the required capital and existing capital will be considered as hidden goodwill. So the following steps are taken for calculating hidden goodwill. Step number 1. We need to find out the total capital of new firm on the basis of capital contributed by the new partners. Whatever the capital new partner has contributed, we are talking about the capital, not the premium for goodwill. On the basis of that, we need to calculate the total capital of the new firm. How to calculate it? We will multiply the new partner's capital into reciprocal of his share, and then we will get the total capital of the new firm. New firm means the old partners plus the new partners. Step number 2. Find out the existing capital of new firm by adding all partners' capital including new one. So in the first point, we have calculated the required capital on the basis of new partner's capital, multiplying his new partner's capital into reciprocal of his share. And in the second step, we are calculating the existing capital of the new firm. How to calculate it? We will add the capital of all the partners including the new one. Step number 3. Goodwill is assumed to be the excess of the total capital of the new firm over the existing total capital of all the partners. That is, goodwill is equal to total capital minus existing capital. So goodwill here, or the hidden goodwill here, can be calculated as step number 1, that is total capital or total required capital, minus step number 2, that is existing capital. So the amount which will be the difference will be termed as hidden goodwill of the firm. And in order to calculate the goodwill of the new partner, we will calculate it on the basis of his share. Let us understand this with an example. Question number 2. Following is the balance sheet of X and Y who share profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. As at 31st March 2015, on 1st April 2015, Z is admitted as a new partner. X surrenders 1/3 of his share and Y surrenders 1/4 of his share in favor of Z. Z brings in rupees 3,60,000 for his share of capital. Pass journal entries for recording goodwill. So in this question, there are two partners, X and Y. The old PSR is 3:2. Z is coming as a new partner for whom X surrenders 1/3 of his share. That means 1/3 of 3/5, because 3/5 is his old share, and Y surrenders 1/4 of his share. That means 1/4 of, because of the of word is given, so 1/4 of 2/5, which is old share of Y. And since new ratio or new share of z is not given, so therefore what is the sacrifice of x plus the sacrifice of y will become the new share of z. Z is bringing rupees 3,60,000 as his capital. You have to pass the journal entries for recording goodwill. So below is given to you is the balance sheet of the firm, and here you can see the value of goodwill already appearing in the books is rupees 30,000. And as we have discussed the first case here in this part, that this goodwill needs to be written off among this goodwill will be distributed among all the old partners in the old ratio. Let us have a look at the calculation of sacrificing share. So since X is sacrificing 1/3 of his share, his old ratio is 3 by 5 and 1/3 of 3 by 5 is 3 by 15. And if we simplify it, we can say 1 by 5. The old share of y is 2 by 5 and his sacrifice is 1 by 4. So 1 by 4 of 2 by 5 will be 2 by 20, or we can simplify it as 1 by 10. So the sacrificing share of x is 1 by 5 and y is 1 by 10. And here we need to calculate the sacrificing ratio as well for recording the goodwill. So since the denominators are not the same and in ratio the denominator needs to be the same, so we will convert the denominator of x's share 5 into 10. And for converting that, as we have learnt, we will multiply 2 into 5, and what we are multiplying to the denominator, the same needs to be multiplied to the numerator. So we will multiply 1 by 5 into 2 by 2, the correct sacrificing share for the purpose of calculating sacrificing ratio of x and y. X will be 2 by 10 and y will be 1 by 10. So the sacrificing ratio between x and y will be 2:1. Z's new share. What the old partners are surrendering, the new partner is getting that. So the sacrificing share of x, which we had calculated earlier, that is 3 by 15 plus 2 by 10. Either you can total it like this, or the sacrificing ratio when we are calculating 2 by 10 plus 1 by 10. It is up to you. Ultimately, the new share of Z will come to 3 by 10. Now, calculation of hidden goodwill. Step number 1. As we know, we have to calculate the total capital of the firm on the basis of new partner's capital. And the formula is new partner's capital into reciprocal of his share. So the new partner's capital is 3,60,000 and his share is 3 by 10. When we reciprocate, reciprocal means numerator becomes the denominator and denominator becomes the numerator. So the total capital of the new firm will be 3,60,000 into reciprocal of Z's share, that is 10 by 3. It will come to 12 lakh. Step 2. Total existing capital. For calculating existing capital, we need to add the capital of all the partners including the new one. We have to add all the reserves. We have to add the credit balance of profit and loss account given on the liability side, and we have to deduct any kind of accumulated loss, for example the profit and loss debit balance or any advertisement expenditure, etc. So if the PL account balance is given on the asset side, it is treated as a loss and will be deducted for calculating existing capital. If the balance of PL account is given on the liability side, it is treated as a credit balance, as a profit. It will be added to the existing capital. So let us have a look at the balance sheet once again so as to know what we have to add. See, on the liability side, reserve is given to you 1 lakh. Profit and loss is given to you 40,000. Since profit and loss is given on the liability side, it will be treated as a credit balance and therefore it will also be added, plus the capital account of X, that is 2,70,000, and of Y rupees 1,60,000. 60,000. And any goodwill which already appears in the books needs to be deducted because it is already closed, it is already written off. So this 30,000 of goodwill will be deducted. And we also have to add the capital of the new partner, that is rupees 3,60,000. So as you can see, total existing capital is equal to rupees 2,70,000 of X, 1,60,000 of Y, 40,000 for reserve, 1 lakh, plus 3,60,000 for the new partner, minus 30,000 for existing goodwill. So the total existing capital would come to rupees 9 lakh. So required capital is 2 lakh plus 10 lakh, that means 12 lakh as we have calculated in step 1, and existing capital is 9 lakh as calculated in step number 2. So the amount with which the required capital is more than the existing capital will be considered as hidden goodwill. Step number 3. Hidden goodwill is equal to total capital of the new firm minus existing capital, that is 12 lakh minus 9 lakh. That means the hidden goodwill is rupees 3 lakh. And remember children, this 3 lakh is the goodwill of the entire firm. You need to calculate the goodwill of Z, incoming partner. His share is 3 by 10. So his goodwill will be 3 lakh into 3 by 10, that comes to 90,000. And as we have seen the question, no information is given to you whether he is bringing goodwill or not. So we will assume that he is unable to bring his goodwill, and therefore we need to pass a capital transfer entry. Let us have a look at the journal entry. The first entry is for writing of goodwill already appearing in the books. The entry will be old partner's capital account debited, that is X's capital account debited, Y's capital account debited, to goodwill account. The old goodwill is rupees 30,000. We will credit goodwill with rupees 30,000, and we will debit old partner's capital, that is X and Y, in the old ratio, which will come to 18,000 for X and 12,000 for Y. And as we have calculated, the share of goodwill of Z will be 90,000, which he is unable to bring since no information is given. So we need to pass a capital transfer entry. The entry will be new partner's current account, that is Z's current account debited 90,000 to sacrificing partners, and here we are calculating the sacrificing ratio. So to X's capital account and to Y's capital account. So we will divide 90,000 in the ratio of 2:1. We will credit the capital of X with 60,000 and that of Y with 30,000. For current account of new partner debited from his share of goodwill and old sacrificing partner's capital account credited in their sacrificing ratio, that is 2:1. So I hope this question is clear to you. Next, it is kind of an adjustment for an additional knowledge, because you might get a case like this. When any existing partner gains rather than sacrificing at the time of admission of a new partner. Sometimes it happens that whenever a new partner is admitted, there may be a old partner, or there may be old partners who might gain rather than sacrificing. So they will not be getting any amount of goodwill premium, rather they will also be compensating to the sacrificing partners in their gaining ratio. They will calculate their share of goodwill in the gaining ratio, and they will compensate it to the sacrificing partners. In such a case, the gaining partner will have to compensate the sacrificing partners in their their share of firm's goodwill in the gaining ratio. The formula for gaining ratio is gaining ratio is equal to new ratio minus old ratio, or the negative sacrificing ratio. That means when we are applying the formula of sacrificing ratio, which we have learnt is old ratio minus new ratio. So while applying that formula, if any fraction comes in negative, minus 3 by 10, minus 2 by 10, so that negative sign denotes that the person or the partner is gaining and not sacrificing. Otherwise, the formula for gaining ratio is new ratio minus old ratio. Calculation of amount of compensation for goodwill by the gaining partner. Step 1. Total goodwill of the firm is equal to new partner's goodwill into reciprocal of his share. So for calculating the compensation to be borne by the gaining partner, because he will compensate that amount of goodwill which is his share. So in order to calculate that, we need to have the firm's goodwill, and the firm's goodwill will be calculated somewhat like we were calculating the total capital of the firm. So here the goodwill of the firm will also be calculated on the basis of the goodwill of the new partner into reciprocal of his share. This way we will get the goodwill of the firm. Step 2. Calculate compensation as per gaining share out of the total goodwill of the firm. So out of total goodwill, we will take out the share of the gaining partner. Suppose if the goodwill of the entire firm is 50,000, and if let's say partner A is gaining and his gaining share is 1 by 5. So 1 by 5 of 50,000 comes to 10,000. So he will have to compensate 10,000 to the sacrificing partners. The general entry for such compensation will be gaining partner's capital or current account debited to sacrificing partner's capital or current account. For the compensation, gaining partner's capital in case of fluctuating method and current account in case of fixed method will be debited. Why? Because when he will be compensating, his capital balance will reduce to sacrificing partner's capital or current account, because when he will be getting it, sacrificing partner will be getting it, his capital balance will increase. As you can see the narration, for amount of goodwill compensated by the gaining partners to the sacrificing partners in the gaining ratio. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Question number 3. A and B are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:1. C is admitted as a partner with 2/9 share. A and B will be in future get 4/9 share and 3/9 share of profits. C pays rupees 20,000 for goodwill. Pass the necessary journal entries. So there are two partners A and B. A is having 3/4 share and B is having 1/4 share. C is coming as a new partner for 2/9 share, and the future ratio of A and B is 4/9 and 3/9. That means it is their new share, and you are having the old share and the new share, so you can simply calculate the sacrificing share. C is bringing rupees 20,000 for his share of goodwill. So first of all, let us calculate the sacrificing share. The formula, as you know, is old ratio minus new ratio. So the old ratio of A is 3/4 minus his new share 4/9. The LCM of 4 and 9 will come to 36, and when we adjust it, 36 comes 9 times in the table of 4. So we will multiply 9 into 3, that is 27, and it comes 4 times in the table of 9. So 4 into 4, 16. That means 27 minus 16 upon 36, which comes to 11/36. And the old share of B is 1/4 minus his new share 3/9. Again we will take the LCM, and it will come to 9 minus 12 upon 36. That means minus 3 upon 36. As you can see, the sacrificing share of B is coming in negative, minus 3/36, or we can say minus 1/12 by simplifying it. That means B is not sacrificing, rather he is gaining. So that means B needs to compensate A in which share? 1/12. So let us see the calculation of amount of compensation for goodwill by the gaining partner. For this, we need to calculate the total goodwill of the firm on the basis of new partner's goodwill. So new partner's goodwill into reciprocal of his share. So the new partner's goodwill is 20,000 and the share of new partner is 2 by 9, the reciprocal of which will be 9 by 2. That means the firm's goodwill will come to 90,000. And when we take out the gain of B, that is the gaining share, so 90,000 into 1 by 12. So the compensation which B needs to pay to A is rupees 7,500. Now let us have a look at the journal entries. The first entry is for goodwill brought in by the new partner in cash. So bank account debited, since the bank balance will increase with 20,000, to premium for goodwill account 20,000 for premium for goodwill brought in cash. Now this goodwill needs to be given only and only to the sacrificing partners. If there is a partner who is neither sacrificing nor gaining, it will not be given to him. If there is a partner who is gaining and not sacrificing, then too it will not be given to him. So this premium brought in by the new partner is given only to the sacrificing partners. In this question there are two partners, A and B. B is gaining and only A is sacrificing. So the entire amount of premium will be given to A only. The entry will be premium for goodwill account debited rupees 20,000 to A's capital account, since his capital would increase, rupees 20,000. For premium for goodwill transferred to sacrificing partner, that is A's capital account. And the third entry will be for the compensation paid by the gaining partner B to the sacrificing partner A in the sacrificing ratio or the share. So as we have calculated the compensation amount, which came to 7,500, so we will debit the gaining partner's capital because he will be giving it out, so his capital would decrease. B's capital account debited 7,500 to the sacrificing partners because his capital will increase after getting this compensation. So to A's capital account, 7,500 is debited to B's capital account on the debit side and 7,500 is credited to A on the credit side. Narration: for compensation made to the sacrificing partner by A by the gaining partner B in his gaining share. So I hope the cases discussed in this video and the questions are clear to you. These are good questions. Kindly go through the video once again. This is the assignment based on the part 5 which is taught in this video. You need to answer the following questions in your register. For question number 1, you have to redo the questions taught in this video. I have explained you 3 questions in this video on different cases, and you need to redo them on your own in your copies, in your registers. And question number 2, you need to solve practical question number 31, 35, 36, 59, 60 and 61 from the chapter Admission of a Partner of Accounts book by D.K. Goyal, Volume 1. These questions are purely on the basis of cases which we have discussed. So I hope the questions are clear to you, the entries are clear to you. Kindly go through all the parts, revise all the entries, learn all the formulas and the steps whatever we have learned. And as you can see, all the chapters are interconnected. The entries, the accounts, the partners' capital accounts are connected with the fundamentals chapter. The calculation of goodwill is connected with the chapter valuation of goodwill. So please go through all the chapters, keep on revising and do all the written work. Practice as many questions as you can, children. Thank you.